Welcome one and welcome all. This is the Breakthrough You podcast. I'm your host, Coach Molly from Three Pines Leadership, and thank you for joining me. This is a pretty fun podcast. Every week I give you a new activity, a new challenge, a baby step, a tiny little brick in your yellow brick road to Oz, a little activity to implement in your life that will help you start taking massive, dramatic action towards your goals. But as I always say, you can't take this action, you can't build your yellow brick road if you don't know what Oz is, if you don't know what your destination is. Even Dora the Explorer knows where she's going. So you got to figure that out too. Figure out what's most important to you in areas of your health, your wealth, and your relationships. Identify what is most important in those areas. And then come back to these episodes. Come back to the Breakthrough You podcast, because every week I'm giving you activities to start taking action towards those goals. It's really simple. But also, I want you to connect with me on whatever social platform is best for you. Connect with me on Twitter at Coach Molly. Connect with me on Instagram at Three Pines Leadership. Whatever. I want you to connect with me and let me know what's working with these challenges, what's not working with these challenges, what's getting in your way. I want to help you push through those because you're going to be better and stronger on the other side. That's it. That's the reality, my friends. So this week, we're going to connect back to those of you who want to improve in the area of your finances. But again, these are strategies that you can use regardless of what your goal is. You can do these things. You just have to see them in a different light. So today I'm going to talk specifically about those who want to improve in the area of their finances or their wealth. But this can be applied if you're working in your health or if you're working on your relationships. It doesn't matter. I want you to track your spending. You've already looked at your month-to-month bills. We did that a few weeks ago. But now let's look at your other spending. So this includes your social spending, like your movies, your books, your magazines, entertainment, furniture, clothing, cleaning supplies, toys, all of these things, which are generally optional. You will survive without these things. And I promise you, before you turn off the podcast right now, I'm not going to tell you to stop spending your money on these things. These things are important. But what I want you to do is be mindful of them. You might find that you do well with your month-to-month bills, but you are spending way too much money on these other things. I want you to track every dollar that you spend so you can be aware of where your money is going. You'll be really surprised what you find. I want everyone to do this. It doesn't matter if you're working on your health or your relationships or your career. I want you to track what you actually spend your money on for two reasons. One, because I want you to help straighten out your finances, because that's really important to making big steps and massive changes in your life. Having the financial resources to do that is important. But secondly, I want you to do this because I want you to identify what you're spending your money on, because it's going to shine a light on what's important to you. Are you spending all of your money on drinking, for example, or are you spending all of your money on vacations? What are you focusing on? What are you willing to spend your money on? I'm just asking you to do this to shine a light on what's important to you. So that's this week's very simple activity that you can do to start taking dramatic, massive action with the least amount of effort possible. There's no excuses. If you're willing to take the step to listen to this podcast, then don't waste your time. If you're not willing to take the step to implement these super simple activities into your life to take control of your life so you can move towards your goals, you can start living the life you've always wanted, the life you've always deserved. Because I promise you, you deserve better than what you have right now. And you are perfectly capable and deserving of all the greatness that you've ever thought possible in your head. Those dreams can become reality. And these are the stupidly simple activities that are going to help you get there, my friends. Simple as that. So check back next week for yet another activity. I'm Coach Molly. Three Pines Leadership. This is the Breakthrough You podcast. Thank you again for joining me. I will see you next week. Until then, remember, I love you, and be excellent to each other.